Hello everyone, I am glad to welcome you to my channel. Today we will analyze the film Captain America: New World. Enjoy watching everyone. Let's go. The premiere of the fourth Captain America has died down another sagging episode of the large-scale Marvel Studios film series, which introduced several new characters and locations into the cinematic universe. Like any superhero blockbuster that prepares the ground for the upcoming crossovers, Brave New World scattered an unimaginable number of fishing rods, as a result of which the public was left without answers to many of the questions that interested it. We will talk about 10 of these in today's article. Enjoy reading. In many ways, Sam Wilson's line in the new Cap repeats his own arc from The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. There, if anyone has forgotten, Steve Rogers' successor tried to learn to live with such a heavy burden on his shoulders. Sam was able to become a full-fledged Captain America only in the finale of the show. Then he eliminated the threat in the person of flag smashers and saved innocent people from the terrorist threat. And although at the moment Wilson is still not in such high authority among the people, the hero's future is ahead at least. The events of Brave New World showed and proved to the world that the new Cap can well claim the title of the main hero and the leading defender of the oppressed for the next generation. Also in the final of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Sam Wilson introduced the people of the USA to Isaiah Bradley, a forgotten super soldier illegally imprisoned in the USA for long 30 years. But it seems after such a disclosure, Bradley is still not in honor among the citizens of the United States. The hero was heard about again only in another news report, after Stearns took control of his mind, which led to an attempt on the life of the president. After his release at the end of the film, Isaiah can go back to hiding and not show himself in public again. Bradley does not want popularity and fame, but a worthy mention of his person in future history textbooks and peace above his head. At the beginning of the film, Sam and Joaquin are confronted by a certain rattlesnake in the original, the canonical Sidewinder, a secret criminal who leads a large terrorist cell, the Serpent Society. The rest of its members, however, do not appear in the film. Giancarlo Esposito himself, who plays the villain, has repeatedly admitted that Rattlesnake is important for the future of the film universe and will appear more than once in future projects of the franchise. Whether it will be of a mundane or multiversal nature is a reasonable question. Who knows, maybe soon the authors will show us the rest of the members of the society who were cut from the final version of Brave New World. Samuel Stearns, who was turned into the canonical leader in The Incredible Hulk, was remembered 17 years later. As it turned out, immediately after the events of the second Mickey film, General Thaddeus Ross used the services of a mad scientist whose mind was pumped up several times due to the amplification of gamma radiation. The future president suffered from a fatal heart disease and manipulated Stearns for his own purposes, essentially holding the leader in a steel bridle. Samuel himself, in turn, quickly learned of Thaddeus' plans and filled his pills with the very same gamma radiation, with the help of which Ross was able to turn into the Red Hulk at the end of the film. After the attempt on his life, Ross locks himself in a bunker under the White House, while Sam volunteers to conduct his own investigation into the alleged guilt of Isaiah Bradley. But Thaddeus simply forbids Wilson from getting involved in the process due to his indomitable ego. The president was afraid that Captain America's intervention would put an end to his individuality and authority with other superpowers such as Japan. Ross was ready to exchange the life of an innocent man, Bradley, for the sake of strengthening his power, and when was it otherwise? As it turned out, even after the events of The Incredible Hulk, Betty Ross broke off all family ties with her father, Thaddeus. The reason is simple: the former military general underestimated Bruce Banner and his control over his alter ego, as a result of which he almost took away New York's last hope for salvation from the abomination. Let's not forget about the Sokovia Accords, which split the Avengers and made Ross an outcast in the eyes of all supers, including his own daughter. It is therefore not surprising that Betty cut off any relationship with her father because of his nasty and selfish character. However, at the end of the film, Thaddeus showed that he can change for the better. In fact, no one, Tiamat, who suddenly appeared in the center of the Indian Ocean, the birth of which was prevented by Circe in Eternals, turned out to be the source of adamantium, a metal of cosmic origin, not inferior and even superior in strength to vibranium itself. The United States and Japan almost entered into a military conflict due to the extraction of adamantium on a petrified island in the middle of the ocean, but territorially the metal does not yet belong to any country, although Japan is its discoverer. By the way, in addition to them, representatives of the leadership of India and France are also interested in adamantium, which also flashed in the film. We will learn the further fate of adamantium in the cinematic universe in the very near future. After transforming into the Red Hulk right during one of his press conferences near the White House, Ross's reputation is finally trampled into the ground. The United States of America simply cannot control a president with gamma radiation in his blood, so Ross renounces this post on his own, and then goes to serve his sentence in the underwater prison raft. For the United States, this is the second change of leader in the last year. The first was the president from Secret Invasion, who opened a hunt for all the hiding Skrulls. Who will be next? The question is open. So far we only know that Wilson Fisk has firmly entrenched himself in the post of the new mayor of New York, the financial capital of the country. The consequences of this decision will be shown in the upcoming Daredevil. One thing is clear: Marvel is extremely interested in the development of the political system of their franchise. In the post-credits scene of the film, Sam comes to the same raft, this time to communicate with Samuel Stearns, who is imprisoned in a cage. The villain warns our Cap that some others are approaching, and soon people will have to face a much larger threat. These words can mean several things at once. Either the leader is aware of the upcoming invasion of our universe by Doctor Doom already in the 5th Avengers, or the talk was originally about other Hulks, which paves the way for the screen version of the most famous issue about the Green Giant World War Hulk. Let's look at the situation from a precise angle in the near future. It seems that Brave New World has confirmed that Sam Wilson will act as the new leader of the Avengers Squad, which broke up immediately after the events of Endgame. And if at the beginning of the film Sam doubted this initiative due to the close control of Thaddeus Ross over the process, then after his imprisonment in a cage he will clearly be interested in the formation of a new team of the greatest heroes of the Earth. Who will be included in it? The question is reasonable, and we will get the exact answer to it next year, when the long-awaited or not so long-awaited premiere of Judgment Day takes place. Subscribe to the channel so as not to miss new videos by everyone.